Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Apple report for Friday, June 30th, 2023. Before I click on the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like and subscribe to the channel. Also, share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. And check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like this. Daily analysis in the Triple Q and the SPY, weekly analysis in the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the long bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader to 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves on those underlying stocks. Everything I just described in one subscription package, $47 a month, and you get a 5-day free trial at the very beginning of your subscription, so you can bail out if you don't like what you see. All right, Friday's Apple report. Let's take a look at the big picture, work our way in. You know that a couple of months ago we had a long-term buy signal when we settled the week above this 170.01 channel top, anticipating 221.31 as a longer-term objective reachable by the end of the year. On the way up, 182.94, that previous all-time high from January of 22, was settled above on a weekly basis 3 weeks ago. That set off follow-through buying pressures, which have been playing out since then in a low volatility framework, but since then. And so now I'm going to jump to the daily chart and show you 189.03. Nothing more than a trend line across these highs. It's performed well, as you can see. It held highs for a few days. This is actually very consistent with a channel top that we are also watching in the same vicinity that also held equally well. But in terms of precision, I like the trend line better. 189.03, assuming we open above it, able to contain session weakness, and above which, over the next 3 to 5 days, we should push into the 194.38 area. 194.38 is preceded, by the way, by this steeper rising channel top at 192.93. So this area, 192.93 up to 194.38, narrowing gradually, by the way, considered a 3 to 5 day objective above 189.03. So the 3 to 5 day swing trade remains bullish above 189.03, anticipating 192.93 to 194.38 within 3 to 5 days, where we could top out on a weekly basis, possibly in a later July, as I say. This is a channel structure that goes back some 4 months or so, 3 or 4 months, and can contain monthly buying perhaps. And from there, we could fall back into the lower 180s perhaps within several weeks, 3 to 5 weeks of testing 194.38, and we would still be in the confines of a long-term buy signal above this, on the weekly chart, 170.01. So a sell-off, I'll just add this, if we were to test this, any sell-off from that point is counter-trend in nature, but we could quite easily actually fall within several weeks back into the low 180s. If, on the other hand, we were to close above 194.38 over the next week or two, then even more aggressive buying should pour into the market, and that longer-term objective at 221.31, even closer, 2 to 3 months away probably from being reached following a settlement above 194.38. We'll be watching that day to day. Let's get back to 189.03. That if we do break or open below 189.03, we could test 185.50, although I think that's a bit of a stretch. 187.60 in reach to say intraday. But if we close back below 189.03, I think you can then anticipate 185.50 within 3 to 5 days. So your 3 to 5 day swing trade shifts negative if we close today below 189.03. 185.50 then expected by the end of next week, where we could bottom out through the rest of the week, and from there rotate back up again to new move highs within 3 to 5 days of testing 185.50. If we close below 185.50, then 182.10 becomes the next 3 to 5 day objective. And it is 182.10 that is backed up by 181.13 convergent channel structures that, if tested over the next week, 2 or 3, can absorb selling at least on a weekly, possibly monthly basis, and from there turn up to new highs within several weeks of testing the lower 180s. And once again, I don't expect to see that 181, 182 handle support unless we close below 185 185.50, and I don't expect to see 185.50 unless we close below 189.03. Until then, that long-term buy signal that occurred 2 months ago is in full effect and holding above 189.03, 194.38 in reach by the end of next week. I don't think there's really anything that can be said beyond what I already have, so I'm going to leave it at that for Friday's Apple report. We'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Apple. You have a great weekend.